Welcome the our channel. Today we how to enable Spark structured streaming with checkpointing, full guide step by step clearly. To enable Spark structured streaming with checkpointing, you'll need to start with your Spark environment set up. First, ensure you have Spark installed and properly configured on your system. Open your preferred development environment or terminal where you can run Spark applications. Import the necessary libraries for Spark SQL and streaming. You can typically do this with the following import statements: import org.apache.spark.sql.spark import org.apache.spark.sql.streaming trigger. Create a Spark session using the Spark session.builder method. Configure the session to enable the use of streaming capabilities. Next, set your checkpoint directory. A checkpoint directory is crucial for fault tolerance. You can define the checkpoint path with the option checkpoint location path/to/checkpoint/dir. Choose a reliable storage location that Spark can access. Now, create a data frame for your streaming source. Common sources include Kafka, socket sources, and file sources. For instance, if using Kafka, specify the Kafka parameters using readstream.format. Once the data frame for the stream is set up, define the transformations you want to apply to the streaming data. You can perform various operations such as filtering, aggregation, and windowing on the data frame. After your transformations, you must specify the output sync for your streaming data. For example, you can write the results to a console using writestream.format console. Set the output mode based on your requirements, such as append or complete. Now, add the checkpointing option to your WriteStream configuration. Include option checkpoint location path/to/checkpoint/dir again in your WriteStream method. This ensures that Spark saves the state of your streaming application, allowing it to recover in case of failures. Start the streaming query by calling start on the WriteStream. You might also want to include some trigger intervals. You can control the frequency of data processing by setting a trigger, like trigger.processing time, 10 seconds. Finally, wait for the streaming query to finish by calling await termination. This makes sure your Spark application runs continuously until you decide to stop it. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more step-by-step tech guides.